So I'm back here at the NEC 2 days after I was here to cover the Classic Restoration Show and the Classic Car Auctions. So why am I back here? Well, I'm looking for a particular haul because something very silly might have happened. And yeah, I may be picking up something.
So this car started up, did it?
This car started up first time. The guy got it. He just took it out from the hangar for me. Started up straight away, and it's just idling over really nicely right now.
Brown car guy, can I ask you, how do you feel being back in a BMW 325i that's yours? How do you feel?
It's like coming home. I feel like I'm home. Just look at it. It's just how I remember.
What, with plastic bags and papers thrown on the passenger seat?
Sorting out the tax now. So let's get a tax. I've already insured it. Let's get it on the road. It's fine. Again.
Bloody show off.
I feel like I'm stealing it. I'm just driving it away from there. They're just giving me the keys to this amazing 1989 BMW 325i SE. And I'm just driving away with it. This is incredible.
Drive it like you stole it.
Yeah, I might be going the wrong way. Do I care?
I detect some madness in that laugh.
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't even... Oh wow. It's actually really clean in here. There are fluids and stuff, so that means it's been topped up recently. I'm not going to open and check the oil right now because it's running. It's running relatively smoothly. I'm not detecting any issues. I've just driven it out of the holes into the car park here to have another look at it. And so far, full thumbs up. It seems absolutely solid, absolutely fine. So, just to recap, what's just happened? I have just embarked on reliving my youth. Because I've bought the same car that I used to own back in the 90s, and that is a 325i SE. Mine was blue, this is black, but mine was a two-door, this is a two-door, and otherwise it's identical. And it has a toolkit. Oh, the toolkit's all there. Look at that. People want money for these. That's pretty awesome. So far so good. I mean, to be honest, the paintwork doesn't look too bad outside. I think under the show lights it was looking a bit stodgy. Just needs a clean, I think. Hopefully just a little bit of a polish.
Ultimately, are you happy?
Oh yeah, man. I feel young again. This is so cool.
There's that mad laugh again.
There's that mad laugh. Oh. Silky smooth. Straight six. Still smooth. 170 horsepower back in the day. Now maybe what, 150, 140 perhaps, but it'll be enough. Wow. So I've just had my first drive in the car. I've driven it 100 miles back from Birmingham to home. There you can see the Mustang there as well. Hashtag BCG Ford Mustang. And this one is hashtag BCG BMW E30. Now, so I've just had my first drive in the car, 100 miles down from Birmingham back in this thing. And honestly, everything appears to be working. The sunroof appears to be working. All the stuff done. Even like, you know, it had a trip computer back in the day. Back in the day, it had a trip computer. And it appears to be telling me the range and everything. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's doing it. It's only calibrated in kilometers. That's the only thing at the moment. Plus, I can't get the radio to work because it needs a code. I think I have the code, but I don't know how to process it. So I need to figure that out, to how to unlock the radio so that I can use it. The fan blows cold air. It's not air conditioned, of course, but you know, it's a warmish day, so I had that on and it was blowing cold air. The gear shift is nice and light, very accurate, no issues at all. Moves quite nicely. Handbrake holds the car, not an issue. Clutch works perfectly. Revs eases at 2,500 RPM at 70 miles per hour on the motorway, no problem at all. Figured it was doing, it's got the eco meter, the economy meter, and it was pretty much pegged to about 30, just over 30, between 30 and 40, so that was good as well. The only thing I found was that the temperature gauge was kind of sometimes just fell down, and for a while it just fell down. I just tapped it and it jumped back in and restarted doing its duty again, so that seems to be fine as well. The only other thing I can find is this window. Sometimes it doesn't want to go up, which can be a little bit of a concerning issue, but if you push it down and push it back up again, then it kind of works, you know. So that might be the only thing that needs to be looked at as far as I can tell at the moment, but everything else seems to be fine. So what was it like to drive this thing again after a period of, my goodness, 20 plus years? It was like coming home. Oh, there's a slight crack in the dashboard there as well. Just a crack there and a couple of cracks there. We'll have to see if anything can be done about that. But otherwise, yeah, it was just like coming home. Like literally like being back. It was all felt familiar straight away, and it was all straightforward. And here's the thing, this is essentially now a classic car, but this is not a classic car experience. This is just a regular car experience because it just drives like a regular car. So in that sense, you know, there really isn't any concern. The only difference is even with the brakes and stuff, like normally in a classic car you have to be aware of the braking, but this one is fine. There's no issue. The performance is fine. The only thing is like the visibility around this thing is so much better. Like literally you sit here and you just look around, you feel like you can see everything. The pillars are thinner, the car feels smaller. It feels smaller than I remember, to be honest, which is always the thing, isn't it, when you get older and you go back, like going back to an old school and finding that the seats are much smaller than you remember, or the chairs are much smaller than you remember. This feels a bit like that. But other than that, it felt very much just like it used to. And not only that, but it felt very enjoyable, very satisfying to drive. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on with this, and you know, what adventures we can get up to, see if we can retrace some of our routes and stuff like that. It's got a massive thick file of documents and stuff like that, so I've got to go through that, figure out what's been done to the car, what hasn't been done to the car, see if it's been serviced and stuff like that. But honestly, it's running so smoothly, it's running so fine that feels like everything has been done to this car. I think we've actually scored a really good one here. Anyway, make sure that you keep following #BCG BMW E30.
A big shout out and thanks to Jay Williams over at Air Technic, who are top tier sponsors of Brown Car Guy. Check them out at Air Technic Co UK for exhausts, brakes, suspension and body kits. Plus our other major sponsor, Nayagen Solutions. Much appreciation also to tier 4 sponsors, Muhammad Ali Humaid, Tom Conway Gordon and Reza Adil. And of course all these other guys who supporting on Patreon. Brown Car Guy is eternally grateful. Hey, think about joining them over at patreon.com Brown Car Guy. If you can't, don't worry. Just make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and website. Plus follow on social media by searching for Brown Car Guy.